Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I've gone ahead, gotten a couple of things ready. As you can see, we're starting to actually have this go. So, there's actually a bunch of eggs here. Look at them all just kind of incubating. There's some at like 90% and stuff. Look at that. All right, so we've also got a couple that have hatched here that are above and beyond what we needed here. So I might need to figure something else out for that, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, over here, I've gotten stuff going. All right, so I basically have three different methods here of getting the oxygen and or polluted oxygen, basically the atmosphere, out of an area. And it actually ended up, going pretty well. So we've got, of course, the traditional method here. We've got a gas pump, and it is heading, up to a vent and or a canister filler. That's emptied this out. Now the problem with this method is this is now stuck in here. I can't get that back out. We've got another more traditional method here where I'm filling up the area with, a liquid, in this case water, and I've had the airflow tiles to either side here. So now all I have to do to make that work out right is just replace those with a couple of blocks of insulation, and those will be ready to go. So, other than that, we've got, of course, what I was talking about last time here is our little muncher. So if we look at the automation overlay, I want the overlay, here we go. So what I've got here is I've got a NOT gate connected to my thermosensor. So when this provides a green signal, it will provide the red signal. And then what we've got is I've got a buffer gate, not the automation wire, buffer gate at 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 12 seconds, and then back down here at 16 seconds. So I've left 4-second gap between each one so that it will do its thing. And what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and turn that on so you can see, watch it work. There we go, and it just does that. And that actually makes the level of polluted oxygen here go down overall once the save is done. Here we go. There we go. Boop. And boop. There we go. It's just kind of going down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this back so that it's not running. There we go. All right. So basically what ends up happening here, let me go back to the overlay, is this one sends the green signal. It, ends up basically re-triggering the whole sequence. So there's that. All right, let's go ahead and get that closed up. And then I'm going to have to basically come in the side here. I'm going to have to undo these two tiles to open this guy up. But we're pretty much ready, as you can see. We've basically got all that going. We should deconstruct that liquid bridge. There we go. Those are insulated tiles. This is now all water. Now the problem with this method here is that this is now a lot of mass. Fortunately, like you can see, I only got a little bit of water in those top tiles, but this is a full 1,000 kilograms in here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 and change, kilograms of water that will have to get heated before it can turn into steam and do that. So that's going to end up taking a bit to get going. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and uncover this. This guy is dormant, so I'll uncover it, maybe get some, what's it called? Some, the analysis done. And hopefully that'll be that. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and just kind of do this. We're gonna... It won't matter that I'm letting a bunch of air in because this guy is going to get rid of it after the fact. Bam. Alright, so that's doing that. We could probably up the priority on this a little bit. And actually, this guy can become a 9 once I get the analysis going. If somebody would come and work on this, please. But hey, look at this. This is working. That guy got out. He's replaced with another egg. Awesome. So my only problem here might be I end up with too many critters. But that's okay because these guys, they're actually in here. This actually works because this guy, he's glum, he's cramped, he's not going to produce more, and he's going to run out of calories. And he'll starve to death. Now, he's got, like, over a week before that'll happen, but that's okay. So, yeah, that actually ends up working out, at least for the pips. All right, how are we doing over here? Could we, all right, let's super speed this. Maybe somebody will come and work on this. But you know what? I'll bet you need to come up here instead of being on that thing. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, get that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that and say analyze. Oop, analyze. I didn't want to cancel the analysis. Though we should also sweep that stuff up. And of course now all this oxygen's getting in here. It's okay, we'll end up destroying it all eventually. Because we're going to want the CO2 up near the top, which basically means we need no other gases in there. But that's okay, we're going to do this. We're going to get it analyzed. We're going to get this all swept out. Hopefully all before that guy starts up. And I'll soon be able to have this. What was that, 20 more cycles? Just kind of keeping an eye on things. I think my natural gas has restarted, so that's taking care of some of the power problems, which is actually good because that's starting to warm up, and I might need to deal with that soon. But we can also start cooling this area down because we'll have the power for it. So as soon as I get this handled, I'll click this back on. And, well, I'll close this up and click that on, and then turn this on, and that'll start our cooling loop. Hopefully, theoretically. Of course, nobody has... Alright, we'll take care of it. We'll handle it. It's not handled yet, but we will handle it. So I'm hoping that this is enough liquid in here to go through the whole process... Yeah, you're still set for that. All right. To go through this whole process and still leave enough in here to help thermo-equalize. Because so long as there's a certain amount of liquid in the tank, then all the liquid in the tank comes out at the same temperature. So as cooler or hotter liquid goes in, it'll adjust the temperature in there, but it'll all be one. Oh, hey, we're done. All right. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Let's get these guys, like, priority 9. I want those two done now. And how long do we got? 8 cycles. All right, so what I'm going to do is as soon as that's done, there we go. And what this is this, since this is on a NOT gate, it's the opposite of the direction it needs to be. So I'm saying above 300 when I actually mean below 300 is when it'll run. But I need that NOT gate basically to trick the whole sequence into restarting without having to get more complicated. So, you know, I just invert it and it's fine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, get all this stuff out of here. You are at about 159. We should be able to go ahead and turn this on. At the very least, I want to see how much of the loop is filled. So we're going to do this. And that guy's going to start running. We're going to do this. Gonna get it all going. Okay, yeah, there's plenty in there. Okay, so I can actually extend this loop if I need to and not have to add more water. Because there's still plenty in here. How is... Yep, and it is going down. The water temperature is slowly lowering, as you can see. So this is working. How is this water here doing? That temperature is going up, and it'll turn into steam before too much longer. Which will, of course, then, you know, get the steam turbine running, provide a little bit of extra power, help offset its cost. But the primary goal here is, of course, to cool things. Now, at the moment, we're mostly moving the temperature around because this area was cooler, but it'll be fine. Hey, there we go. We're steam. We are not yet hot enough steam, but it is steam now. Good. How's this area doing? It is down to into the hundreds of grams, rather than the over, you know, wherever, there we go, that like amount. Yeah, over 3,000. All right, so this is still running. Go, go, go. Oh, and that's overheating. That's a little bit of a problem. Come on. Could we, Oh, come on, don't overheat on me. Don't overheat too much. Get up to temp. Yeah, there we go. Run. And now you're going to drip. Come on. Get down to temp. Where's my temperature? What is your overheat? 257. Oh, 257. So it's actually... Alright, that's a slight problem. I'm going to need to make that out of steel. That's an oops on my part. I'll fix that. But how are we doing on some of this? Let's actually see where our temperature is here. We are coming down. That's still good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be so good once that guy breaks, but it'll show you what'll happen with the loop when that breaks. So we'll do that. It's still running. As soon as it breaks... How are you doing? There's still a little bit of gas in there. Yep, there we go. It's broken, and the loop is still running. So there is that, although now our temperature is going up ever so slowly. All right, so let's go ahead and pause. How am I going to fix that? Well, let's start by saying deconstruct it, please. And we're gonna need to get in there and basically redo some of this. Unfortunate, but true. So let's see. Can we... Where can I put ladders? Can I put ladders here? It says it'll let me. This is going to, unfortunately, require me deconstructing that and basically having to do this whole process again. How much steel do I have? Do I have enough? Where's my manufactured material? Steel. No, I don't have enough. That's probably part of the issue. That's probably why I didn't end up making it out of that. That's not what I'm after. Utilities. Regular. Oh, man, look how much that is. I need, like, over 1,000 more. We're gonna have to run this guy a little bit more. Like 11 times there, which means I'm gonna need 11 of these. At the very least. Alright, so we're gonna let that do its thing. Is there no water? There's plenty of water. What is going on here? Waiting for materials. Alright, well, we'll just let that do its thing. You're still running. You have just over 4 cycles remaining. There is still a little bit of oxygen in here. It'll be fine. How long on you? 15 cycles. So this one's actually going to start up first. Oh. Yeah, well, we got that going too. Alright, so let's go ahead and say, please mop. Please mop. And help get rid of that stuff. Moppity mop, 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 mop. Please mop. Please mop more. Yeah, we're having issues. It's okay. Alright, a little bit more of that, and we will pretty much have that ready to go. Alright, we can, of course, also disable that building, and that'll stop the loop from running. There we go. There we go. Alright, so how much water do we have in there? About half of what I want. Typical. You're missing a tile, of course. You, of course, are actually still steam. We're basically letting that cool down for the moment. While we work on some steel. Hey, we got steel on the go, though, so you don't have water. What are you... Alright, what's the problem here? Why is this not running? Oh, because there's no water to... There's no water needed. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna work on a new system here, wasn't I? We're about halfway through the episode, and that was what I was gonna work on. Let's kind of do this stuff. How do I want to... Let's pause a second. Let me think. Alright. I've got... Wow, that's pretty much empty. Okay. We are gonna go ahead and add in some stuff. So we're gonna say, I would like some more plumbing. Please come this way. Which, hey, it looks like it works just fine doing that. And up. No, not like that. Up this way. Go there. And then we can put in a liquid bridge as a temporary thing. And this will allow me to feed some water in while we're waiting. That'll basically let me get this going, because this is going to come apart eventually. Maybe next episode. I know I said this episode, but I'm already halfway through the episode length, and it's not happening. So, let that go. How's our temperatures? Still not super, because I need to turn that guy back on. But I'm not doing that just now. Alright. So we need a little bit more steel. You're doing that. Alright. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on this at the moment. I still don't know how that oil got in there, but that's particularly annoying. How are we doing over here? Alright, we're back up to that. We have oxygen. Lay-sigh. But I will be able to just kind of feed in some more water, because you can see basically all I did was put a liquid bridge here and let it dump in some more water. So that'll be easy enough to refill once it's time. Trunk health. Oh, we're running out of irrigation. That's okay. It's fine. How are we doing? Man, look at this. We're just really going at it here. How are we doing on this, by the by? 5 more steel. Should be plenty. Alright. I thought I was going to get away with iron. Apparently not. How is this doing? We are down to micrograms in here. So, proof that this works right there, if nothing else. How long before you go? Cycle and a half? Hey, we'll get to see it this episode. I don't know if it's going to have enough oomph to get this water up to temp, but we will find out. Because what I will do is I'll set this to 3,000 initially, and basically switch it over, because it'll never reach there. So that'll let this area heat up, with the CO2. It's not going to be an automated way of doing it when it needs to be reset, but I mean, how much is this doing? Let's see. It is over half the time that it erupts, so we'll find out. And the wonderful thing is there's nothing in here that can really overheat and get damaged. The doors could melt, but that's about it. But look at that. The melting point is way more than that guy's going to put out, so that'll be fine. Doot. Alright, just kind of listening to that. Okay, hey, we got our steel. Alright, let's get that thermo aqua tuner turned around right there. Build that at a high priority. Okay, it's a 9. Good. So what we'll do is we'll get that in place. We'll turn this pump back on. And we will get that emptied back out, and then we will get this thing going again. Alright, you. Now we need tile right there. Yes, please do that. And somebody... Alright, there's the switch. Turn that on. Someone turn that on, please. Not the water. Okay, good. There we go. So now this will pump all the air out. Of course, we need to continuously empty the canister storage, which is mildly annoying, but whatever. It's just going to make it take a little bit longer. This guy's going to probably start running. Oh yeah, see, it says next dormancy. Yeah, there's the... Okay, that's going. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to set this to 3,000. And we're going to say below. So boom, it's off. And it's erupting. So we got a little bit of oxygen in here still. It'll get sorted eventually because the oxygen's going to rise above, so at some point this will kick on and probably destroy it first. You need to be emptied again. Somebody go empty you. There we go. Empty. Alright, so we got CO2 filling that area. Good. Do 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 do. Keep emptying. Alright, good. Alright, so that's done. Let's go ahead and turn that back off. Let's get a little bit more water back into there. Liquid bridge, we will just do that. And then turn that on. And we will be ready to go. Of course, we're heading into the night, so nobody's going to do it. How's our temperature here? That's not bad. Not bad. It's in the 160s. Which, you know, it's slowly going to heat this water. Let's kind of look at it there. Yep. That heat is going to slowly get up there. Okay, good. That's done. Let's go ahead and enable the building. Then we're going to disable the building here before too long. We just kind of want a little bit more water in there. We want to get up to around 500. Let's go ahead and say disable because it's going to take some time for them to get back over there. Boop. Done. Alright, we're going to deconstruct that liquid bridge now. That is all set. Excellent, you're done. So we should be able to turn that building back on and get our loop going again. What's our water temperature at? 106.6. So we got this going again. Doom. And going down. Alright. And this, guy, of course, is going to help keep it around the temperature we want. And let's take a quick look at our aqua tuner. What the heck did I... Hang on. It's made out of iron again. Hang on. I don't know how I did it, but I screwed up. Again. We're going to let that all run through. Okay. You deconstruct. You deconstruct. We're going to have to run through this one more time. I obviously neglected to turn to steel. Now, utility. Thermal aqua tuner. Steel this time. Thank you. Turn it around that way. Blam. You are priority 9. Yes. Good. And then we're going to have to empty all the air out again. At least we won't have to replace the liquid since I caught it before that became an issue. Let's go ahead and get that insulated tile in place. And then we will turn this... Whoop. And my computer's bugging me about stuff. That's okay. You guys don't get to see that. Turn that on. And, of course, I don't get to turn it on because it's now nighttime. How are you doing? Oh, you're over pressure. All right. Well, we can take care of that, can't we? Maybe I should set up a pressure thing more so than anything else. Alright, there we go. Of course, you're still not exactly at the greatest temperature, but that's okay. Here you go. Emit a bunch of that. We're getting our temperature kind of going up a little bit. I don't know if this is actually going to work. I got to admit, I don't know if it'll actually work. Alright, that's doing its thing. You need to be emptied. Always, always continue to empty this. Just keep emptying. I kind of wish that could be a bit better automated. Alright, we're just about there. Are you, no, you're actually not. Okay. So what we can do, oh, come on. Here's this again. Nope, I want the signal switch. All right, turn that off. And turn this back on. Try another time. But hey, look, we're already down under 100, even just from the little bits we've been running it. So here we go. Back on again. We're at 94.2. This should come down, and this should help equalize the area out. Like I said, hopefully. That is the hope, at least. Getting all this stuff running. How are you doing? 5 cycles? I don't think we're going to make that this episode, but we might. How are we doing here? Coming down. Hey, we're under 90. Which should mean that a bunch of this stuff is going to start cooling down. Yeah, look at this. This is already starting to cool down over here. I might want to put some temp shift tiles in. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Let's throw... what is that? Utility? Yeah, temp shift. Temp shift. Slow heating. No. We want something... probably like aluminum. High thermal conductivity? Yes, please. There we go. We'll do that. Hey, we're getting steam. And you, 617. Yeah, it should never reach that high. So there we go. All right, got a little bit of temp shift going on. Bam. Looking pretty good. How we doing here? Down to 70-something. All right, so that means we're actually probably going to reach... This shouldn't run very often, is the thing. It's just, it's going to take a bit to get it down to temp. And this guy will run occasionally. Thermo aqua tuners, not even up to the temp the iron was having problems with yet. Although it is kind of heading that direction. Alright. Yeah, look at that. The temperature on the steam turbine is coming down. Oh, that stopped running, but the cycle is still going. So that should mean we're sitting at... see, we're under the 65 degrees. But we're going back up now, so it'll kick back on eventually. And look at that. We got ourselves down to temp. It didn't even run the thing. But that is going to basically be this nice little closed loop. Here we go. It's starting to run again because it probably got up to temp. And here we go. This is just going to kind of make sure everything stays nice and cool. Just kind of keeping an eye on things. There we go. It's running. Look at that. Which, of course, this is now dropping. Let's just kind of look at it. So the water coming out is at 200, around 200 degrees. And the steam, which is much cooler than the steam that is going in. So it is cooling the thermo aqua tuner back down. And then converting back into steam. Awesome. This loop is working like intended. Working as intended. How about you? You are over pressure. Let's turn you back on. Do. All right. Seeing how this stuff is doing. Yeah, see, that's the main problem here, is that I knew this was going to be a little bit of an issue because there's so much water here to heat up that it's going to take a while before it'll turn to steam. Just kind of watching that go. Oh, hey, we're actually past time, but how close are you? Yeah, all right, so we'll have that ready for the next episode. We'll get to watch the iron volcano erupt for the first time. But hey, that's running again. This guy is... Yeah, let's just shut you off. Alright, this isn't working out so far, but it might get there. Mainly, it's just because there's so much stuff to heat. And it says it's coming out at 932 degrees, but it's just having a real hard time getting everything up to that temperature is ultimately the problem. So I'm going to go ahead and basically wrap this up at the end of the cycle here. But how's our temperatures doing? Not too shabby. This is actually cooling this area down fairly well. Obviously, it's not reaching these other areas yet, but we could always extend this loop. We could always make this go, up here and stuff before it comes back down. We could even run it over this way if we wanted to. It could work. It could work. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. What have we accomplished? Well, we got our cooling loop running. Pretty much everything is working as designed. It's just not there yet. So, we'll have to see. Next episode, our iron volcano will erupt, and with any luck, I'll be able to set up the better metal refining. But, like I said, that's going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.